Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am filming in my office again, so there's a slight echo, but I have been getting a ton of questions about what to do right now if you have psoriasis and you don't have time or money to go see a naturopath or anything like that. So what can you do right now? And I have three very important tips to share. The first one you will have heard me say over and over again, and that is probiotics. So this is the probiotic from Genestra. It's the HMF multi-strain. I really hope I'm not out of focus. I do love this one a lot because there are 16 different strains in this one, which are really, really good at repopulating the gut and reducing inflammation specifically. There's the HMF multi-strain 50. There's also a multi-strain 100. So you can go as high as you want. This one I think is around 15 billion, but you can do a few a day. If you have psoriasis or are in a psoriasis flare, it's always related, aside from liver and kidney toxicity, it's always related to candida overgrowth or parasitic overgrowth. So you want to flood your colon with good bacteria. I would say if you're using this one, 15 billion, I would do maybe 6 or 7 a day. So like 2 every other hour or something like that. Flood your system to really reduce that inflammation. The next thing that I highly recommend doing, like if you're to do anything, this is one of the most important, and that is chlorophyll, or you can also use chlorella or spirulina. So this one is from Purely Naturals. It's just their mint chlorophyll that I really like. But you could also do, this is chlorophyll mixed with water and peppermint essential oil, so it's a bigger bottle. But you can do like the potent chlorophyll and just add it to water yourself. So you could do 1 dropper like 4 or 5 times a day, or you could do like 4 tablespoons of this a day, maybe 1 tablespoon every 2 hours or every 3 hours. What this will do is it will really, really alkalize your body. When you're in a psoriasis flare, it means you're very, very acidic, and a lot of times you can get a flare after being stressed or some sort of traumatic event as well, and that's because your system gets flooded with acidic toxins and they form uric acids, which are supposed to be eliminated from the kidneys, but if your kidneys and liver are not working well, they're remaining in the body. The only way to counteract that acidity is to alkalize. So something like this is absolutely important if you're to do anything. Probiotics, chlorophyll, like absolutely a must. And then do this, for a couple weeks or a couple months. It's not going to cure you or heal psoriasis, but it will calm the psoriasis down and probably reverse it to some degree, help clear the skin to some degree, because you are alkalizing and repopulating the gut. Something that you're very deficient in or depleted in is good bacteria. When you have an autoimmune disorder, you have very bad gut health, so you do need to repopulate, which brings me to the next supplement. I highly recommend doing some sort of L-glutamine, amino L-glutamine powder. This is the one from Genestra that I like using, but it's just pure, I hope I'm still in focus. It's just pure amino acid L-glutamine, but you do want to do some sort of L-glutamine, and this is not going to heal your gut or anything like that, as you can't heal the gut if you have candida and parasites, but what it will do is reduce inflammation in the gut. I would do 20 grams a day, so 5 grams every couple hours, so make sure you do 5 grams 4 times a day. Highly recommend getting that in your diet if you're to do anything, because this will calm your colon down, and which means you're calming inflammation, and when you're calming inflammation down, there's less toxicity in the body and everything else can calm down. When you get angry skin, it means your gut is angry, so this is going to help with that. I usually don't really recommend L-glutamine too much unless you're trying to seal the gut, because that's what it's meant for, but it is good at reducing the inflammation. If you don't have L-glutamine, or you can't get L-glutamine on short notice when you're in a flare, you can use slippery elm or marshmallow root in a capsule, and you can buy them pretty cheap from any health food store, and those will also reduce inflammation in the colon. I just really do like L-glutamine. So those are the 3 things. One bonus tip, if you have done all this and you're like, I just want to do something extra, and that's very affordable, starting like now, this second, do not touch nightshades. Like, do not touch them. Do not touch wheat, dairy, and sugar. Stay away, and any source of sugar. Honey, maple syrup are included. So sugar, wheat, dairy, nightshades, don't even look at. I'm not saying forever, but right now when you have psoriasis. There's a longer list of foods you want to avoid, but those are the main. I don't care what sort of autoimmune disorder you have. if you have an autoimmune disorder, you should not have nightshades, period. I know people say, oh, I feel okay if I have tomatoes now and then, or I feel like I can do, no. If you have autoimmune, don't touch nightshades. That's like, it's the biggest tip I can give you, and you won't really notice the effects of it while you're eating them, but if you stop, like your body just gets to calm down so much. And I don't know why they are so bad for you when they're technically healthy. They're not an unhealthy food, but I don't know why they're so bad in terms of inflammation for people with autoimmune, but they are, and you should not touch them. Even now that my skin's cleared and everything's great, I do nightshades once a week max. If I do more, I feel inflamed. So stay away from those in terms of diet, and stick to tons and tons of leafy green vegetables. Just flood your system with alkaline foods. So berries, leafy greens, lots of lemon. Do lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or wild caught fish. And then you can do healthy fats like avocado or some nut and seed butters and buckwheat. Those are probably the top foods that I would consume. And that's it. If, of course, you can afford to go above and beyond, I do recommend a strong liver support, hot lemon water, specific herbal teas, etc. But this is, if you're to do anything, this is the best place to start. You most likely would have some of these on hand, at least the probiotics, and possibly chlorophyll or chlorella or spirulina. So whatever form of greens you have, take it, but do it like 4 or 5 times a day when you're in a big flare, as you really need to alkalize. There are, depending if you have certain mutations or certain kidney issues, I mean, you probably, if you have some kidney issues, you wouldn't want to overdo the chlorophyll or the chlorella, but just, I'm talking about like just a general person, this is the best thing to do, and you will feel a lot better. This is what I have for today's video. I do have a brand new blog, a new website. We did a full facelift and a brand new blog with some awesome articles on it coming out either tonight or tomorrow. So I'll be announcing it on Instagram when it's live. But when I do my next YouTube live, for those of you who don't have Instagram, I will announce it in that there as well. So you guys can check it out as I share a lot of really good articles and recipes and stuff there. But this is what I have for today's video. If you have psoriasis, your skin will and can clear. You just have to be consistent. You really have to be strict with your diet. And at some point really do deep drainage for your liver, kidneys, lymphatic system, colon, respiratory system. But for now, this is where I'd start. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you all, and we'll chat soon. Bye.